Morning, everybody. It's Kate's Garden Chicken and Cat Ramblings, and just a little view of the chickens this morning. They're fighting over a little piece of corn on the cob. I'm watering the garden, debating whether I should mow today. It's only about 76. Still morning, but it's really, really windy today. You can tell by the ballooning of their tarp. But so I've opened up another little 5x5 little annex off the door. Propped open the bottom of their coop door right there, and let them come out and nibble the grass. And it's not super hot yet, so the sun's not real bad on them, and they're pretty smart about regulating their temperature. Yesterday, when it was so super hot and got to 98, I opened up an area there in front of their coop under the tarp, leaned their door out and left a little like a runway between the wire that covers the front of this temporary coop and the door. Leaned it kind of a little more over their food, and they got back behind there. They found a couple worms, and they all lined up in the shade. And luckily, the wind is becoming, pretty much straight out of the northwest, so it's blowing this way. So they're staying plenty cool. I felt bad for them, so I put some ice cubes in their water. They have a little water that stays inside their coop for at night, and when it's hot. And then, of course, I filled up their big one with fresh, cool water, and I put a few ice cubes in that. But we have well water, so it just comes out of the ground very cold and crisp. And they have two corn on the cob, broken half. They're all strung about. Someone dragged one into the coop. There's a couple. Let's see, there's one there at the bottom of that pallet ladder, and they're in here pecking this one to death. So it's funny to see them try to pick it up and drag it around. They weren't this interested in it until Bonnie last started dragging it around, and being the highest on the totem pole, she probably made this little triumphant chirp or mini cluck, and they all came running like, oh my God, she's got something good, we have to have it. There's more, you guys. Yeah, it's a nice little treat for them. I mean, it's cold right out of the fridge. It's been cooked, so it's not really hard to peck. What you doing there, Bronwyn? Shy girl, she's like, I'm just gonna sit here in the cool grass and peck at stuff. Yeah, it's Bronwyn the Americana over here by herself. Got the two silver lace Wyandottes closest to us. You see Miss Bonnie Lass, the other Americana's big wheaten splash booty, and then the two Brahmas in the back. But yeah, it's amazing how big they're getting for 8 weeks old. They were probably 2-3 days old when I got them, and that was, so they were probably all about born on the 26th of April. And of course, they're just shy of the full 8 weeks. But you can count in a few extra days here and there. But they are 8 weeks old, a little over 8 weeks, and they're just getting so big. Let's see. It's kind of hard to compare, but this little fencing is, I guess you could consider it 4 feet. And you know how if the little chicken wire has that line right across the middle every 2 feet, and they're not quite that tall, but upside down their booties reach that high. But yeah, they're sweet girls. Thought about mowing today because it's so windy that the clouds are kind of giving you moments like now, which is overcast. Then I got the garden watering. I picked the last of the peas yesterday, or so I thought. I cleaned everything edible off of the pea plants. I took out one of the tomato cages and put it on the tomato over there by the tomatillo here in the corner, which the tomatillo's been putting out some beautiful blooms. There's the tomatillo right there. But without a second one, it's not going to bloom. Yeah, like I said before, I wish I would have planned better. Paul is not home when I got up this morning, so he must be working his other little part-time job he does for a friend, but I want to get this flooring under this temporary coop before it rains again, and I cannot do it by myself. That coop, which is a crate box, they designed them for carrying large signs, like a sign company that puts up those large signs for different businesses that usually have scrolling scrolling words, or they flash, messages on them. For a lot of businesses, they're a pretty expensive sign, and they're so they got to be in a heavy-duty crate for shipping. So that thing is super heavy, and I just, even with both of us, it'll be probably, tilting it one way and tilting it the other. But I'm not even going to attempt, because the chicken wire is stapled to it, so I'm going to have to loosen the pin from it, the chicken wire, and then we're going to have to just, tilt it one way, slide it under, tilt it the other, and then reposition. And the one that we've got put aside for the permanent coop that we'll start working on later in the summer is bigger, and even bigger and heavier. And like I've said before, I will probably end up setting it right where that one is, or I'll put these girls out. By that time, hopefully they'll be free-ranging a little bit, but I'll pin them up somewhere, and when we dismantle this pen, I believe that the new coop is going to set kind of where the old one is, but straddle that back wall line. It'll be a higher point in the ground, because it slopes a little bit over here, and then it goes back up towards the house. There's not a flooding issue, but we want it to be, the most level part. And then they're going to have all this acreage to free range. That's why I'm still considering getting maybe a Warpington rooster. One that, it's going to crow and it's going to do its thing, but it's not going to be just a constant noisemaker, hopefully. That's still just what I'm thinking, but I'm seeing a lot of them locally, people wanting to find homes for them. So I prefer one that's already at least their age now, or will be their age, or this age when it's time. Because I don't want another one little chick in the house. It's just too stressful for one little chick to be by itself. And I don't want him so small that the ladies beat him up, kick his booty. So yeah, they're all still out in the little annex. They've dragged that piece of corn over there towards the wall. That scraping you hear in the background is a tree rubbing against, I think, the old boat. And we got one on this side. She was small. Go on, Kiva, have your own ear of corn. You don't have to share. Nope, she's coming back to. This other one tastes so good. They're eating it. It must taste so much better, Mom. But yeah. Oh, that's it. Poop on the camera. But they are sweet girls. And every now and then one of them will find a place to hide. Where when I look out the window, I always count. It's just like an obsessive compulsive thing I do. I count the chickens when I walk through the house. I count my cats, just one of those things. Though none of them can escape inside the house or in their coop. I guess when you've had so many cats for so long, you get used to doing that. But anyhow, I'm not going to make this video too long. The sun's starting to shine on the back of my neck now. It's nice and windy, so it's tolerable, but I don't need any sunburn there. But yeah, there's the garden. I don't know where Chaos is at. He's probably over on the other side of those trees, or in that tree line, laying in some shade, or chasing other cats. Yeah, they're all getting quite lovely with their. You pretty much tell what they're going to look like now, of course. The buff brahmas are getting nice defined hackles, poopy tails, and brown one there, the gray and black, is going to be what they call it, silver Americana. She's got quite the little muffin beard going. Bonnie Lasses is slower, but it is, oops, gosh, that's a bad photo. It's white. And then the silver lace Wyandottes are, yeah, there's Una. Una's very pretty. Where's your sister? Hmm? Oh, I see a little booty sticking out over there by the... Oh. Right behind that board. Can't really see it from here. That's Luna. She's must have found her own piece of corn, doing her own thing. Yeah, they've got corn. This one out here just tasted so much better in the grass. Alright, ladies. It's pretty windy. Keep your feathers on. Bye for now.